Welcome to CK4RC. Hey everyone, CK4RC checking in, back out in the wild, loving the nature runs lately. I've found a few more challenge lines to throw at my trucks, so let's get to it. Here we go. First up, I'm going to have a log run over here. I've got the stock Deadbolt because that is what I like to start all of my comparisons with. And then I've got the highly modified Redbolt just to see what it's capable of. We're going to try to run down these logs here, try to see what kind of luck we can have with this climb. And to be honest with you, I don't know what to expect from either of the rigs. I think it's going to be a challenge. So let's get to it. Coming up first is the bone stock Deadbolt, just to set the stage and see what it is capable of. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay. Got to get my fingers under control and stop being so heavy-handed. That is the difficult part. If I can control myself a little bit, then maybe I can give this thing a shot. No dice. And that is the risk of filming these videos. Got one hand on the controller, got one hand on the camera, which means that if I fail, the truck is going to suffer the punishment. All right. So, Deadbolt, no luck. Time for the Redbolt to shine, hopefully. We'll see what I can do with it. Take it nice and easy here. Try not to juice the throttle like I did with the Deadbolt. That probably did not help matters much at all. Yeah, you can, and I got a wheel stand right here. So what you can see is that incline. I mean, that's a pretty steep, pretty severe incline right there. And what you can see with the aftermarket shocks I have on there, again, those are the 39 millimeter Injora springs. And I have them mounted completely vertical, which that's something I'm going to change. But you can see that once I start to get kind of at a good size incline, the springs are really, they're just unloading at the top there. And I use that term a few times in other videos as well. So just to make sure everybody knows what that means, unloading at the top is whenever you get at this angle right here at the top of an incline, you can see those springs really kind of pushing back, and it's tipping the front end backwards. So when you hear somebody say that the springs are unloading at the top, that is what they're talking about. And it does not, tried to catch it, didn't happen. It's not helpful for climbing. So there's some things I can do there. I could actually take the springs off and just run the shocks without the springs. Could throw some limiting straps on there. And by that, I just mean like a rubber band or like a hair tie. And then also, like I mentioned, I could try to reposition the shocks a little bit. So give it a little bit of a hand and see how far we can get beyond that little bump that I couldn't quite climb over. This, I'm about to do a front somersault. Let me see if I just gun it, see what happens. Yep, that's kind of what I expected there. And I am wedged in here. My truck is not liking the predicament it's in. All right, so that's that line. All right, next up will be a nice little climb up this little rock face. And we'll see if we can climb onto this other rock here and climb up this incline, which, as you can see, is not for the faint of heart. So I'm curious to see how my trucks do. I'm curious to see how I can manage driving them. That's always the big challenge. Okay, all right, that was good. Good job. Oh, no. Oh. All right, let's get it back up here. Let's just pretend that none of that happened. Okay, let's go with that. I don't think that I'm going to be able. Well, the deadbolt is not side hilling very well to be able to get up this. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a boost, and let's see if this thing can crawl this angle right here. As you can see, it is pretty steep. So let's see. Try to take it nice and slow, nice and easy. These stock tires, I'm telling you, they're just not the best. Come on, get on it. Just stand on the throttle. Is anything going to happen here? Ha! Something did happen. We did make it. A little bit of a war, but we won. Good job, Deadbolt. All right, we saw what the Deadbolt was capable of. Let's see how the Redbolt handles things. Get up here and take this climb with ease. And now I have to make sure that I position this thing in a good way. See if I can mount this. Yeah, I just don't think the truck's going to have the height. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to cheat. A little hand to God action here. Go ahead and set it up on the incline. And let's see how the Redbolt handles this incline. The Deadbolt, it did it, but it took some work. So let's see. Oh, wow. The Redbolt. Oh, that's where the Deadbolt got hung up. The Redbolt, though, clearly mastered that with minimal problems. And then we are just going to keep on climbing because the Redbolt, it just wants to. And who am I to deny this wonderful truck? Oh, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. We saved it. We saved it. All right, here we go. Come on. I can do it. You can do it. We can do it. Team effort. Get a little compression on that tire. There we go. There we go. All right. It's all about finding the line to make it work. And I'm just not quite finding it. Yep, not quite there. All right, now switching back to the Deadbolt one more time. I'm going to try to take a run right up this little main thoroughfare right here. We're going to see how the Deadbolt performs, and then we'll come back and we'll check it with the Redbolt and see what happens. So here we go. It is super bouncy, and I got a little distracted, did not watch my line, and I hit that big pointy rock right there. So we'll chalk that up to my fault, which is pretty standard. But getting some good flex here out of the suspension, stock suspension. Remember, the Deadbolt here is still bone stock. I do have some upgrades for it at some point, but I really enjoy comparing the stock Deadbolt to the rest of my rigs. So the upgrades are going to have to come in phases. There we go. Nice job, Deadbolt. Nice job. Okay, well, that was not a nice job. The wheel just kind of fell right off that rock and worked against me with what I was trying to do. See if we can get this little incline right here without tipping over. It's not looking too great right now. Okay. Try Slightly different line, slightly different angle. When in doubt, throttle it out, and there we go. The Deadbolt coming through and riding off into the sunset. Oh, on its side. All right, so let's come back with the Redbolt and see what it can do. All right, Redbolt, we're going to take the same line up this main thoroughfare. Normally, there is water running down through here, but because we are the time of year that we're in, which is fall in Indiana, the water has been shut off to protect the pump from freezing and seizing and all the other easing words that you can think of. But look at the Redbolt handle this terrain with ease. And that is a beautiful thing. Got some good flex over here on the suspension going, and it just powers through that. This is such a nice little truck. Really pleased with the build overall. As I have already demonstrated in other videos, it's not a competition crawler by any means, but it is quite the capable trail rig. So let's see how it handles this little climb right here. And oh wow, that just was with ease. The Deadbolt, if you remember, it struggled to find a line, really had to stand on the throttle. So I'm going to try the first line that the Deadbolt failed with and see how the Redbolt handles that line. A little steeper. Now, I do have a challenge with the Redbolt because of the way it unloads at the top. So, oh, no problem. What great performance out of this rig right now. I could not be more pleased. And then we're going to ride off into the sunset. And I have a feeling that this one is not going to end up on its side. And looky there. It sure didn't. I'm going to climb on up to the peak of the mountain if I can. I have a little tricky climb right here maybe. Oh, but the Redbolt just handled it like a champion. And look at that thing. Gorgeous. So there we have a few more trail runs, challenge lines, little comparison from the stock Deadbolt, the modified Redbolt. A lot of fun out here. Leave me a comment. Where do you guys like to go? Where do you like to drive? Do you like to stay inside? Do you like to get outside? What are your favorite obstacles? Do you like looking for rocks, logs, just good natural trails? What do you think? Leave me a like, subscribe, share the video. Let's get some more eyes on the channel. And let's keep doing this. So see you soon. Thanks.